Other news this evening, Governor Walker still in England, still being criticized for sidestepping some questions while on that trade mission in London this week. One question focusing on the topic of evolution. It was asked again yesterday at the end of an hour-long forum, and here is that exchange.
Are you comfortable with the idea of evolution? Do you believe in it? Do you accept it?
For me, I'm gonna punt on that one as well.
No.
That does you
really?
That's a question a politician shouldn't be involved in one way or the other on. So I'm going to leave that up to you.
But any British politician, right or left wing, would laugh and say, yes, of course, evolution's true. But
to me, I said it's just one of those where I'm here to talk about trade, not to pontificate on other issues. I love the evolution of trade in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
It's going well, and I'd like to see an even bigger evolution as well.
Thank you very much.
A statement later from what the governor calls his campaign quoted Walker as saying both science and his faith dictate his belief that we're created by God. Walker says that he believes faith and science are compatible and go hand in hand. Now, the governor also sidestepped questions on foreign policy. So with Walker describing his support groups as his campaign, are the topics now fair to ask about? Fox 11's Andrew Lacombe here with more on the most recent developments and the criticism.
Tom, the governor took questions over the phone from Wisconsin reporters today, the only time during his trip. And again, he wouldn't take a stance on evolution or foreign policy. The governor reiterated the trip to London is about promoting trade between Wisconsin and England. But Democrats say Walker should be answering all questions as he considers a run for the White House. We have balanced coverage. Governor Walker says the lone goal of his London trip is promoting economic growth.
That's the reason the taxpayers are sending me and the team. That's what I'm focused in on.
Walker says it's not appropriate for him to comment on foreign policy while in another country.
We made it abundantly clear, not only in foreign policy, but that we were there officially as governor, not as a potential candidate for anything.
Political experts say the governor could have also faced backlash if he criticized President Obama in London.
It's actually the rare politician who goes to a foreign country and decides to raise issues of foreign policy.
Regarding evolution, Jacobs says the governor is being careful not to alienate potential primary supporters.
The evolution question comes up primarily for Republicans because among more Christian conservatives, it's of importance to them. I think it's one of those gotcha questions.
Democrats believe the governor should make all of his views clear, including evolution.
It seems more like he wanted to use the taxpayers' money to fund a campaign photo op for himself and not do any substantive work or answer any substantive questions.
Both sides have passed on answering sensitive questions before. During his first presidential campaign 7 years ago, Obama avoided a question about when human life begins.
Whether you're looking at it from a theological perspective or a scientific perspective, answering that question with specificity is above my pay grade.
Meanwhile, Governor Walker plans to return to Wisconsin Friday. He says the trip has been successful. We're asking you to share your views in a poll on fox11online.com. Our question, does it bother you that Governor Walker sidestepped questions on evolution and foreign policy while in London? You can find the poll on the right side of our homepage.